Here's your online weather briefing for Friday, December 20th on the possibility of severe weather on Saturday. I'm Donald Jones. Let's begin by taking a look at the setup across the country. What you are looking at is a map of the motion of the wind across the United States. Brighter colors indicate stronger winds. Notice the area where the north winds collide with the southern winds. That's the location of the cold front, and this is one of the most tried and true methods of detecting a frontal system. Also notice the wide swath of southerly winds coming off the Gulf of Mexico. These winds are pumping lots of moisture into our area, which will help prime the atmosphere for showers and thunderstorms. As the frontal system moves south, it will push the moist air up into the middle atmosphere, where it will condense into showers and thunderstorms. In fact, we'll see a few of those showers beginning later today across northern parts of the area. The good news is that these should be light and won't last very long. The bad news is that there's plenty more on the way for tomorrow. And even worse, conditions still appear favorable for the development of at least some severe weather associated with this system. The Storm Prediction Center continues to highlight the entire area in a slight risk for severe weather, with areas just to the north of our area highlighted in a moderate risk for severe. The severe risk designation is somewhat confusing in that it seems to indicate that severe weather is not very likely, but this is not the case. A slight risk means that well-organized severe thunderstorms are expected, but in relatively small numbers, while higher risks indicate more severe storms are expected. The primary threats with this system will be tornadoes as well as damaging winds. Large hail is not expected to be a major concern at this time. The possibility of severe weather will occur in two phases. First, individual thunderstorms will develop well out ahead of the front. These storms will have the potential to produce tornadoes. The second phase will be a squall line that will approach and move through the area from west to east. The squall line will have the potential to produce damaging straight-line winds along with embedded tornadoes. While showers and a few thunderstorms will be ongoing Saturday morning, the severe weather threat is not expected to begin until around noon, once the atmosphere has had a chance to warm up. From noon to 3 p.m., southwest Louisiana will be dealing with the developing individual cells, while the squall line will be moving through southeast Texas. By 3 p.m., the squall line will be moving into southwest Louisiana, and the threat from individual cells will shift to across Acadiana. Southeast Texas will still see some lingering showers, but the severe threat will end once the squall line has passed through. By 6 p.m., the squall line is expected to be moving through Acadiana, with the severe threat coming to an end across southwest Louisiana. And by 9 p.m., the squall line should be completely east of our area. In addition to the severe weather threat, thunderstorms that develop on Saturday will have the potential to produce very heavy rainfall. The good news is that the storms should be moving at a reasonable clip, and while most areas will see between an inch and an inch and a half of rainfall, flooding is not expected to be a concern. So to summarize, a cold front will approach the area Saturday, bringing with it the potential for tornadoes and damaging winds. Showers will likely begin across the area later today, but the severe threat will hold off until around noon tomorrow. A summary of the timing of the squall line is outlined here in blue, and while no area can completely rule out the possibility of severe weather, it appears at this time that the greatest threat will be across northern parts of the area, roughly from Highway 12 and Highway 190 northward. The cold front itself will not move through the area until Sunday morning, but once it does, skies will clear and temperatures will cool to more seasonal values to start the week. For additional weather information, please visit our website at weather.gov/Lake Charles. If you have any questions or comments about the information presented here, please post them on our Facebook or Twitter sites, also listed here, and we'll be glad to answer them.